Welcome to Inspired Artist Podcast with me, Porter Singer. Today is a super special day because we are releasing the second track in our 10-song series, Me and Songs of Eden, and the song is called I Am in Awe. It is the first song that I wrote that was inspired by a card deck that was made by my friends Nina Mongendre and EdieArt. And this is just a really exciting sort of kismet journey that we've been on with these cards, because not only have I been extremely helped by them, I was inspired to write music about them before I even asked Nina. I was like, I'm writing music to these cards. Do you think we could maybe, do you think I could maybe do something with you guys? And she was really excited to collaborate. So that's really exciting. And then I found out later, and this is a big congratulations to Nina, that she and Edie actually, well, congratulations to both of them. She and Nina actually are going to be distributing this card deck through Hay House Publishing, as in, you know, Louise Hay. This is huge for me. I'm such a big Louise Hay fan, and I have been inspired by her work for a long time now. So just knowing somebody who is, you know, has a product that is going to be distributed by them is super exciting. It's available on Sage Moon at the moment, but in 2024, it will be exclusively distributed by Hay House. And Nina is writing a book about it too. So she got a book deal and this distribution deal, which is so exciting. So I'm really excited to be part of this, and I'll be playing the track at the end of the short podcast. We're just going to do a short little chat about the card Awe, and I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. All right, well, welcome again. So I thought we would talk about the Awe card because it relates to the song that we released today called I Am in Awe. I think that is the most similar title to card that we did. So that one's a real obvious one. So, and this is also the first card in the deck. Can you talk about that actually, Nina? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Like, I have a sense of why you would pick that as the first one, but I want to hear from you.
Yeah, just visually, this card like speaks to me so much as the beginning of a journey, because I for any journey that we embark upon, I feel there is this sense of awe. We don't know what the steps will be. We don't know where we will end up, right? We can have some sort of plan, but in the end, really traveling and journeying and life itself is unknown and uncertain. And so that can be a little bit of, there's some fear there, but if you flip that and you go in more to trust and love and awe, this card, like this little girl who's alone, which again, we could be like, oh, that's scary maybe, but no, she's just soaking in the beauty of the infinite potential, right? Of where she is, like this magical place, and definitely feels like she's resourced and supported and safe to me as I look at the image. And so that to me feels like the perfect beginning of a journey, right? Curiosity, openness, safety, and adventure.
What was the intention of the card originally, Edie?
So this one, for me, this painting is all about the shadow, the moon, the light, the shadows, and the moonlight. Like, and I remember that was my, and I love what you were saying about it, Nina, like, because I felt like that sort of somehow feels so right with that sort of full moonlight, like in the, you know, you go out into it and there's just this safety in it, and this kind of, yeah, deep magic and sense of being held, and awe, like amazement, like just this kind of very grand feeling or state, I feel. But so for me, yeah, the actual painting was about getting these shadows, these moon shadows, but maybe more like the light in the end. I think it wasn't about shadow as much as light, you know. I guess
Yeah,
if it's about,
it does seem like there's like this huge light coming that she's going towards, and then
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. it feels kind of like bathed in that feeling.
Yeah. And what's interesting is she's actually not looking directly at the moon,
No.
but she's actually looking at what the moon is shining upon. Right. So, like, which is so much of this journey is shining light, like looking at places in our ancestry, in our childhood, in ourselves that are being, shined upon. And it's not always comfortable, but if we can see the beauty and even the pain, right? The pain transmutes, alchemizes into beauty. And so I feel this little girl, and it feels like it's warm, right? She's bare feet. It's not like a cold, cold full moon. Like
and there's a darker frame, and like that's also, I think, meaningful. Like it's not like this card, and it's not about. It couldn't have been a sun. I think it had to be like a sort of almost cocoon, like that. Yeah, what the night is.
Oh,
like
you guys
you were just saying, like about.
No, it's fine. It froze for a second.
Like where, oh, sorry. Yeah, where it's a kind of about what the light shines on, and not like as much as like looking at the light directly.
Yeah. Well, and you sort of said this too, Nina. It's like there's not much to notice if there's no shadows. I mean, you have, like if you're on a journey of uncovering, then there has to be contrast. There has to be some things that you can focus on and some things that are buried, and
yes.
Yeah, I love this idea, and I love this card for inner child work, because I have had a few adults mention to me that this is sort of a lost sense for them, particularly in the sense of like being able to have fun, but I think that awe is kind of central to, if you're not amazed by anything, it's sort of hard to have fun.
I don't know if I just thought of it as we were talking, and you just used the word amazed, and I'm like, that is, because to me it's very close to that feeling, but it's a small quote, but I wanted to read it. It says, "Our goal should be to live life in radical amazement. Get up in the morning and look at the world in a way that takes nothing for granted. Everything is phenomenal. Everything is incredible. Never treat life casually. To be spiritual is to be amazed." And it's Abraham Joshua Heschel. I think he's a rabbi. But I thought that was so beautiful, like, because I think also we skip over that sometimes within spirituality, that actually just to be awake and alive, like, and look at the world in amazement is kind of like like,
it is. Yeah.
I mean, and then there's like 43 other cards and a whole slew of other things, but still it's kind of like this big part of it.
If you master card 1, you're done. If you want the short journey, just
stick with this.
It does sort of complement every card, though, right? Like if you approach every card with some amazement or some awe or some then you will actually get something out of the cards, because if you're not willing to be amazed by your inner world,
exactly. And your inner child, right? That's the essence of a child, like before they have too much trauma, but it's like a butterfly, snow, like everything is just this
that's why it's so linked, I think, too, to inner child work. Awe and amazement is because a child naturally does this. They naturally will look at a leaf for like 10 minutes and and we get so bored so easily. We've so like covered that up, and
we filtered it, right? We just have these mental thick layers.
Because we claim to know it and to sort of like, that's that, and then we put it in its little box, and instead of kind of staying really open. Definitely.
There's also a sense of like superiority of the one who is not amazed. Like they, I think in our culture it's like, well, I've seen that.
Yeah, this is kind of a blasé or kind of like, yeah.
So they
Been
must
there,
be
done
really
that.
cool.
Yeah.
And that's what as teenagers, right? I feel that
Mm.
is the loss. I mean, not the loss, but the moving away from childhood is exactly that attitude. I don't care. It sucks. Boring. I'm bored. Right? We move from awe to boredom very quickly.
Yeah.
And our job as adults, I feel, is to reclaim that, like a little
Yes.
bit, as much as we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't think I ever asked you, Nina, where did the 44 cards come from? Like,
It's Edie's favorite number. No, I'm kidding. No, we were looking at like 40, 44, 42. A lot of, so tarot has 78 cards. And then oracle decks, there's sacred numbers, right? Sacred geometry, but 44, 52. Some decks have 62, but we both of her and I, both Edie and I just really resonated right away when we were looking at the numbers. We're like, this feels really good. 44.
And then when we started working on it, I was 44.
Yeah.
So I was also kind of like, ooh, even though who cares about age,
Yeah.
it's still like this like thing that you kind of like take through your life and identify. And then it's like, should we do? Yeah, 42, 45, like, and then we just landed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the double digit thing is, or like the set, it's kind of cool, the two identical numbers.
And then they really just unfolded. Like I was like, well, I had a list of maybe 55 card names, and more art. And as I was writing them, it just really fell into place. It was like, no, there's nothing else. Like there is no, for now, at least it was like, there is no other theme. Like I feel like they all belong together now and they form this cohesive journey. And so, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely how we worked a lot with the deck, like, or creating it. I feel like that it just sort of like slotted into place, right? Like then there was like this moment of completion with the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so there was a trimming off process. You had more and you had to
more
out.
yeah, more a lot more art and then more card possible names. But like some felt redundant and then we were like, oh, this one really resonates. I'm trying to think of some examples. Like ancestors, play and bliss, those both felt like different and needed. But for example, joy, I think, right, didn't make it. Like we chose bliss. Like there were things where it was very similar energies and qualities, but one just deeply felt like it wanted to be in the deck. And same with the images. Some just really wanted, like they were like calling to be in there, and so we honored that. Yeah, like power, that strength. Like there's so many ways that we empowerment or limiting belief, actually, I think was one of the last ones, right? Like that was really cool. That little girl in the cage. I think we had another image, and like almost the week before, Edie was, I don't remember, do you remember something? But like it was really like that image just was, I was like, it has to be in there.
Yeah. I don't remember what we had before. It feels so right. Like I
can't. I just completely. So it was really a dialogue, like a lot of between us trusting the images and the words as well. That wanted to be part of that journey.
That's so cool. Yeah. Oh, it's such a beautiful deck. You mentioned it in the podcast that we did a few months ago, and I ended up getting it for myself as a Christmas present. I'm so glad I did. Awesome. Is there anything else that we should say about awe before we close? Are we complete?
Stay in awe. You're awesome.
Awesome. Well, on that note, I Am in Awe is out today. I will play it now, so don't go anywhere. And thank you so much, Edie and Nina, for joining me and sharing your perspective on this beautiful deck that you created. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye. I choose to see through the eyes of an amazed child. I choose to see through the eyes of an amazed child. I choose to see through the eyes of an amazed child. I am in awe, I am in awe. 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 I choose to see through the eyes of an amazed child. I choose to see through the eyes of an amazed child. I choose to see through the eyes of an amazed child. I choose to see through the eyes of an amazed child. I am in awe, I am in awe. 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 Thanks for tuning into the podcast, y'all. Please like, subscribe, rate, comment, whatever the platform you listen to podcasts on offers you as a way to let its algorithm know that you're enjoying these episodes. That really helps. Also, there's some links in the podcast description notes that allow you to support the podcast in a way that benefits you and us. So please check those out. And if you'd like to stay in touch with me, you can sign up for my mailing list at portersinger.com. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.